this is an opportunity to get it right. 830G didn't get it right. If we could start getting points for supportive housing, for senior housing and the like, we can shape our community in a very constructive manner that really promotes all kinds of diversity. And it's worth doing right. If we're going to abandon aspects of 830G that were a blunt instrument and just help predatory developers, let's replace it with something that's going to work for every community. That takes more work, but it's worth doing.
Dan, I would echo Jonathan's point that we need to do something. The status quo cannot stand. And I've had a conversation with the majority leader in the House who advocated for this bill. And I did raise the concerns because in the language right now, this bill would give housing advocates and developers the ability to sue municipalities in court without having an interest in the matter they're litigating, or if they've suffered injuries. And they got to be compensated for those suits, liable by the town. So the town would be on the hook for any litigation that is pursued by out of town or not engaged parties. This would literally potentially tie up all the municipalities in the state, effectively in an unending consent decree order of litigation. So 6611 is well-intentioned, looking at data as a point of addressing fair share of housing. But nevertheless, the hammer that they use by the consent decree of litigation and giving the direction to the courts is troubling. I think the other part is the change in the legislation also punishes Westport, because instead of just using the Western Connecticut COG, Council of Government, they merged it. It is the only two entities. They merged it with MetroCog, which encompasses Westport, Fairfield, all the way up to Easton and Trumbull. It encompasses and combine both entities. So as Danielle said, Stanford and Norwalk that previously qualified under the moratorium would not meet the fair share, and Westport would actually be punished under this formulation. So the consent decree legal liability for our towns and the fact that it unfairly takes a fair share calculation and punishes Westport in this is troubling for me on 6611.